Good afternoon, students. Today we will see the Python coding. Today we will see the Python coding for a Gauss-Seidel method. So I am going to take the electrical application. So first of all, we'll discuss the numerical, how we will solve it manually, and the same numerical we have to solve it with the Python coding. Okay. For example, this is the numerical. Okay. Electrical circuit is given to us. We are interested to find out the three currents I1, I2 and I3. So this is the circuit wherein we have 100 volt power supply and 50 volt power supply. Resistances are there R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 of 100 ohm, 50 ohm, 100 ohm, 50 ohm, 100 ohm. V1 is 100 volt, V2 is 50 volt. Okay. So we can apply the KCL and find out the equation in loop 1. We can find out, sorry, KCL and KVL. So we are considering that I1 is in the first loop, I2 is in the second loop, and I3 is the current in the third loop. So now we can apply the KVL. So we'll find out voltage across resistance R1, which is equal to I1 R1, plus voltage across the resistance R2. So here I1 is downward, I2 is upward. So effective current will be I1 minus I2 into R2 plus 100 volt equal to 0 will be the equation for the first loop. Similarly, we will find out the equation for loop 2 and equation for loop 3. Okay. So for loop 1, loop 2, loop 3, we will apply the KVL and we can find out the three equations. Now we will put the values of V1, V2, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 so that we will get three equations in the form of I1, I2, I3. So it is further solved. Okay. Yes. And these are the three equations in the form of I1, I2, I3. In the first loop, there is no I3, so equation will be I1, I2 only. In the second loop, all the three currents are there. And in the third loop, I1 won't be there, so only I2, I3 will be there. Okay. So these are the three equations. Now by Gauss-Seidel method, in my last session itself, we have seen how to solve the Gauss-Seidel method. So from equation 1, we have to form a equation in the form of I1 equal to. Okay. Second equation, we will find out I2 equal to. And in the third equation, we will find out I3 equal to. So here I1 equal to 1 upon 150, coefficient will take this side. So 1 upon 150 in bracket 100, this minus 50 will become plus 50 I2. Okay, here it will be 1 upon I2 equal to 1 upon 200, 50 I1 plus 50 I3. Okay, and in the third equation, I3 is equal to 1 upon 150 minus 50 plus 50 I2. So these three equations we have. Okay. So now here at the iteration number 1, we will put I2 equal to 0 and we will find out the value of I1. Okay. So if I2 equal to 0, then it will be 100 upon 150. Right. So let us start with the iteration number 1. So for iteration number 1, we will assume I1, I2, I3 of k as 0 when k equal to 0. So it is 1 upon 150, 100 plus I2 we will put as 0. So it is 0.667. Now equation of I2, this one. Okay. Now I1 just now we have calculated, we have to put that value, and I3 we have to assume 0. Okay. So I1 we have put, I3 we have put 0. So we have got 0.16667. Now in the equation of I3, we need I2 and just now we have calculated I2. That value we will put here and we will find out I3. Okay. So this is our iteration number 1. Now in iteration number 2, we have to put these values of I1, I2, I3 for the second time. So here we want I2, so we will put I2 as 0.1667. So here we have put that value. In I2 we need I1, I3. So previous iteration I1, I3 value we will put in this equation. We will find out I2. Okay. And in I3 we need I2. So this I2 we will substitute the value just now in the same iteration what we have calculated. Because this is the advantage of Gauss-Seidel method against the Jacobi method. Jacobi is very lengthy. Okay. So this is iteration number 2. In the same way, we will calculate say 7 iterations here and we will get the values of I1, I2 and I3 as zero point 0.7, zero point 0.1 and minus 0.3. Okay. These are the values of I1, I2, I3. Now same numerical we will solve with the help of Python coding. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a matrix. Okay, I will call the matrix as matrix A and B and X. So my A matrix will be 3 by 3 wide, okay, wherein I will take I coefficients of I1, I2, I3. So first equation, so first row of my matrix will be 150, minus 50 and 0 because I3 is 0 here, okay. I am saying about the matrix A which I am going to consider in Python coding. Then second row will be second equation. I1 coefficient is minus 50 plus 200 and minus 50. And third row of matrix A will be 0 because I1 is 0 here. Then minus 50 and plus 150. Okay. And my B matrix is nothing but the constants. So it will be 100, 0 and minus 50. Okay. And I'm going to take one more matrix X wherein I will put the answers. It means I1, I2, I3. So it will be one row and three columns. Okay. Now let us we'll go to the Python coding. So see here, I am defining a function say CIDL, okay, wherein I have a, b and x, where a is the coefficients of equation, b is the constant of the equation, and x is the answer. So these three are the passing variables I am saying. So n equal to len of a, so it will calculate the length of matrix A here. Now I am using a for loop, okay, for implementing the logic. So I am using for within for, okay. So we'll come to the logic when we will call the function to understand it. Uh, okay, I will go further first. From here, our main program starts. Before this, it was a function definition. So whenever function call will come in the main program, at that time I explain you the function definition. Okay, we will calculate it. So n equal to 7, where n are the number of iterations. So just now we have solved the numerical for 7 iterations. So here also I am taking the 7 iterations. Okay. So A and B matrix presently I am just defining it here. X equal to 0, 0, 0. It is a matrix with one row, three columns, wherein I am going to store the I1, I2, I3. Now A I am defining as 150 minus 50, 0, which are the coefficients of equation number 1, comma, coefficients of equation number 2, and comma, coefficients of equation number 3. And matrix B is nothing but the constants of the equation. So it is one row, three columns, because we have to give only three columns. Okay. So 100 is the constant of first equation, then 0 and then minus 50. So every time I am going to print the x, means every time we will print the current at every iteration. Okay. So we have to make 7 iterations, so that I will mention here. So 7 times I have to execute the above logic. Okay. So for I in range 0 to n, here n is 7, so 7 iterations. X equal to CIDL a comma x comma b. So from here it will take the values of x, a and b. So a and b it will take. It will calculate x and write the values here. Then it will be printed here. Okay. So when I equal to 0, it will come down x equal to CIDL. Okay, so CIDL means what? It will go to the function CIDL. We have defined the function CIDL here. So compiler will come to the function CIDL to say it has came here. Okay, it will now values of a and b are visible to it. X value we have stored initially as 0. So it will come down for j in the range 0 to n. Okay, here our n is different, below n is different. तो नीचे जो n लिखा है उसमें हम इटरेशन के लिए लिया है, यहाँ पे जो फंक्शन में लिया है n, this n we have taken to have the length of matrix A which is 3. So it is going to work for 3. So outer for will work for 0, 1, 2 and inner for also work for 0, 1, 2. Okay. So यहाँ पे क्या किया है, एक डमी वेरिएबल लिया है d, d equal to b of j. b of j means b of 0 here. So what is b of 0? b is a constant. तो इक्वेशन का जो कांस्टेंट है ये उधर आ रहा है. So it is b of 0. अभी नीचे क्या हो रहा है देखो. तो b of 0 में क्या है अपना 100 है. तो कमेंट में मैंने दिया है आपको what values it will take for the first iteration. So for I in range 0, अभी j 0 है, I भी 0 है. इफ j इज नॉट इक्वल टू i, अभी तो ऐसे नहीं है j भी 0 है i भी 0 है, तो दिस कंडीशन विल नॉट सेटिस्फाई, इट विल कम आउट। ओके, और बाहर क्या है, x ऑफ j, तो x ऑफ j इज 0, so x ऑफ 0 मतलब i1, i1 में वो क्या स्टोर करेगा, d अपॉन a ऑफ jj। ओके, d अपॉन a ऑफ jj, तो d को अभी उसने कुछ किया ही नहीं है, ये डमी है, क्योंकि कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई नहीं हुआ है तो इफ एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा, डायरेक्टली ये इधर आया। ठीक है, तो इधर रैंडम जो भी वैल्यू है वो आया पहले, फिर वो गया जे को। ओके, तो जे आउटर लूप है, पहले इनर लूप कंप्लीट करेगा। ठीक है, तो ये फॉर को एग्जीक्यूट करेगा, इधर पहले आई इक्वल टू जे, तो 0 0 है तो इक्वल टू, नॉट इक्वल टू है तो ही ये इफ का एग्जीक्यूट करेगा, तो इसलिए वो फिर से अंदर के फॉर में गया। ओके, आई वैल्यू विल गेट इंक्रीमेंटेड बाय 1, इट विल बिकम 1, so j is 0, so 0 not equal to 1, yes, condition is satisfied, it will come down। तो ये डमी में अभी वैल्यू आएगी, क्या वैल्यू आएगी, इट विल बी b ऑफ j, b ऑफ j तो 0 है, b ऑफ 0 मीन्स 100 माइनस a ऑफ ji, a ऑफ 0 1, व्हाट विल बी a ऑफ 0 1, i1 का कोएफिशिएंट, राइट, इनटू x ऑफ i, तो x ऑफ i अब भी 1 है, तो x ऑफ, हाँ x ऑफ 1 आएगा, तो x ऑफ 1 मतलब क्या है, इट इज द कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ i2 इन द फर्स्ट इक्वेशन। ओके, तो अभी हमने जो न्यूमेरिकल देखा ना, तो अंदर वाला फॉर क्या कर रहा है, अ, अंदर वाला फॉर क्या कर रहा है, ये पहले 100 कैलकुलेट करेगा, फिर 50 इंटू i2 करेगा, तो ये मल्टीप्लाई करते जाएगा, ये जितने भी टर्म्स, अभी इधर दो टर्म है ना, 100 एंड 50 i2 वाला, तो ये टर्म पहले, बाहर का j जो है वो 0 रहेगा, अंदर का i एक बार 0 1 2 आएगा, लेकिन अंदर का i 0 है तभी सेटिस्फाई नहीं होता कंडीशन, इफ नहीं, इफ को नहीं जाएगा, फिर व्हेन j is 0, I is 1, 100 will be calculated. j is 1, I is 2, 50 I2 will be calculated. Okay, and it will go on adding together. तो अंदर का फॉर खत्म हो गया, तो वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1 अपॉन 500। ओके, तो यही लॉजिक इधर यूज किया है, देखो, इफ खत्म होने के बाद, बाहर आने के बाद, व्हाट इट इज डूइंग, x ऑफ j इक्वल टू d अपॉन a ऑफ jj, a ऑफ jj क्या है, हाँ, ए ऑफ जे जे क्या है, तो जे बाहर है ना, तो इट विल मल्टीप्लाई इट बाय कांस्टेंट। ओके, तो यहाँ पे अंदर वाला, जब बाहर का लूप पूरी तरीके से कंप्लीट हो जाता है, तो एक बार ये पूरा होगा, व्हेन जे इक्वल टू 0 और i 0 to 3 वेरी होगा, तो i1 कैलकुलेट होगा, ये i1 रिटर्न करेगा। ओके, फिर j का वैल्यू 1 होगा और i 0 1 2 ये तीनों होगा, तो i2 कैलकुलेट करेगा, और व्हेन j इक्वल टू 2 और i 0 to 3 वेरी होगा, तो इट विल कैलकुलेट i3। ओके, so when the function is called once, it is going to calculate i1 i2 i3, all the three values, and it will store it in x of 0 x of 1 and x of 2। Okay, so this is the function which will operate and give us the value of i1 i2 i3, and this will come in the x। Okay, x is a matrix, okay, single row with three columns, so here it will overwrite with i1, middle with i2, and last with i3। now this value we are printing here, i1 equal to x of 0, i2 equal to x of 1, and i3 equal to x of 2। तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, वी आर गोइंग टू प्रिंट इट। ओके, तो एक इटरेशन का आंसर आ गया। सिमिलरली ये फॉर का आई जो है ये 0 हुआ, बाद में वो 1 होगा, तो 1 होने के बाद again it will go to the function, it will execute the thing, that will be our iteration number 2। again I will be 2, it will execute, it will be iteration number 3। likewise it will make 7 iterations because we have put number of iterations as 7 here। okay, and we can calculate the final answer। so at the end of the, I have already run the program, these are my answers। so at the end of 7th iteration, I am getting value as 0 0.7, 0 0.1 and minus 0.3। so when we have solved the numerical manually, that time see our results। okay, at the end of 7th iteration, it was 0 0.7, 0 0.1 and minus 0.3। So same answers we are getting manually and with the Python coding also. Okay. And hence we have verified the method with the help of Python coding. I hope you have understood it. If you have any doubt, please comment. Thank you for watching.